Hello, hello, my kings and queens. How are you all doing today? How's everything with you? I hope you're good wherever you're watching me from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for all your love. If this is your first time of seeing this face or coming across this channel, this is Faithful Faith TV. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, and also there's a bell icon at the side. Hit on that bell that you will be notified each time I upload any new video. Thank you once again. May Almighty God bless you. So today I'm going to be talking about gender. I'm going to be talking about things that some men do that is so sad. Not all men, some men, they do it a lot. And um, sometimes it backfires some. Sometimes they realize it very late. They come and ask for forgiveness. They forgive. And you say this thing about forgiveness. Not everybody, not everybody have the heart of forgiveness. Not everybody have the heart of forgiveness. That is why you need to be very careful what you do. And that is why I am saying this. See, men, please be very careful, because I don't know what will be greater than the gift of God. I don't know what will be bigger, greater, or more value than the gift of the Almighty. Imagine God blesses you with all boys. You are not happy. And God blesses you with all girls. You are not happy. Tell me, there are some people that they have it boys and girls. There are some people that have it all girls, and there are some people that have it all boys. So I would say whichever one God blesses you with, just take it and be happy. Because the Almighty God who has blessed you with all girls knows what he's doing. Because God can never think like I and you. We are just human beings. We will always think the way we human beings think. God can never behave and think like I and you. So as far as you cannot make any human being, you don't have any right to say, I want this, I want this. Just take that which God has blessed you with and move on. Why am I saying this? I am going to make this story very short, just to bring out the points. Okay, I used to have this friend back home in Nigeria, and you know how it is. Those days, there were no mobile phones as we have it now. So through one of my sister, we got to start talking and communicating again. And this time she has become a big woman. You know, she was the one that gave me the go ahead to talk about this story, because you never know. You don't know who is out there that will be benefiting from this very story. And that is the reason why, especially we parents, we have to be very careful the way we treat our children. Because you might have 5 children, you might have 4, you might have 2. Let me tell you, for the fact that they are from the same womb doesn't mean they will behave alike. Doesn't mean that they will have the same way of doing things. They might look alike, they might have one face, they might not have the same way of doing things. So be very careful with your children. So this lady has got 5 sisters. They are 5 in number. And she happens to be the first child. First child, first daughter in the family. So When she was born, everything was fine with mom and dad. The second one was born, also okay, everything was still fine. When the third one was born, it happens to be the third daughter in the family. Hey, things started changing because she was the one that asked me to tell this story. This is the story of her life. It's very, very touching. That is why I cannot sit down here to narrate all of the story. So I'm just going to pick out some just to make it short. So she said when the third baby came, happens to be the third daughter, everything changed in their family. Their father that used to be very, very loving, very nice, the man started changing towards them and towards mom. And after they finished primary school, they got into secondary school. Before you know it, the father stopped paying their school fees, of which, in Nigeria, we pay school fees. The father stopped caring for them because between the fourth daughter and the third daughter, there is almost about 7 years gap. According to her, 7 years gap between her third sister to her fourth sister. So there was this serious long break, like, I don't want to have another child. I do not know whether if I have another one, it's going to be another girl. So the man was afraid to have more children because he is so afraid to have more daughters. So when some men think so much, they will go into what is in the bottle. They will go and befriend what is in the bottle. At the time they over taking what is in the bottle, it will now start reacting on them. They will be looking for madam to lay with. I think that was what happened in that case. Mr. Man laid with madam. Madam was pregnant with another child. When the woman was pregnant with another child, she said, this was the story her mother told her, that she was very, very scared that, oh God, I hope this one will not be a baby girl. Oh God, if this one be a baby girl, I don't know what this man will do with I and this. That fear, because you could see that Mr. Man is already angry. You could see that he's not even having it. So when the baby came, bam, the baby happens to be a baby girl. The man was angry. She said the father was very, very angry. Angry to the extent that from that very moment that the fourth baby came, that happens to be a baby girl, another girl, the father said, from here, I am not going to be responsible of anything, whether they will go to school, whether they will eat, whether they will feed. What am I doing with girls? What am I doing with another baby girl? Or, the man was saying things. And excuse me, those children are there. That's why I always say that if there is a misunderstanding in the house, let the children not be there. Because there are some that will hear what they will hear. They will not be able to forgive you. There are some that will say, I think Daddy was just angry when he was saying all of that. It doesn't matter, don't do it again. There are some, no matter how you beg forgiveness from 1 year to another year to another year to another year, they will not. That is why from the beginning I said, not everybody, you might have children, not every one of them will behave alike. They will not have the same character. They will not have the same way of doing things, even if they all look alike. So while the man was throwing all those bad words from his mouth, this, my friend, was there. Because at this time, she has really grown into a big girl. So that was when she understood that, okay, Daddy doesn't like us because we are girls. Daddy doesn't like us because he has no boy. So he prefers a boy child more than we girls. So she said that was what has been in her heart since then up until today. I said, oh. She said, don't even go with me with, oh. I said, okay. She said, before you know it, her mother got pregnant again, which is the 5th baby. Long story short, she gave birth, and she gave birth to another girl. Oh, in fact, when the woman gave birth to the last daughter, which happens to be the 5th daughter, in fact, the man go home and pack his things, left them. And remember, where they live, she said where they were living then was not their house. They were renting that property. So, excuse me, you, Mr. Man, you have moved out of this house, leaving your family here because your wife gave birth to another girl. Excuse me, how do you expect them to pay the rent and all of that stuff? And this time, the mother was still at the hospital. In fact, the man just left. In fact, the man did not even bother to, first of all, discharge her from the hospital. Even if he wants to go, he can go. The man rejected her. In fact, the man dashed both she and the baby to the hospital. She said, my mother have to send me to her own father's house. Luckily that they said the father was at home. When she got there, she now ran to her grandfather's house and went to complain. So, just, man, that was so bad. That was bad. Oh, God. Anyway, said immediately the grandfather got to the hospital and saw her daughter and her granddaughter. Immediately, the father hugged her daughter and hugged her granddaughter, which happens to be my friend's younger sister, which happens to be also the last born. Said the mom was crying. She was also crying because the mom was not expecting that kind of behavior from the dad. It has happened. So they concentrated on getting the woman out of the hospital. They discharged her. Everything was fine. They came home and they tried to reach out to Mr. Man. No, I cannot. How can she be giving me? The man makes it look like it's the woman's fault. This is the area that I do not like at all. The man made it look like it's the woman's fault. How can you be giving birth to girls? It's like she is the one that is changing the sex of the baby in the womb. She doesn't have any power to do that. This is what God has blessed her with. Why not you take it? Why not you accept it? Why not you just leave it and appreciate the gift of God? The man said no. So they now call for a family meeting where the man was invited over. The man insisted, no. She can take all the children. She can take the 5 children. I don't have anything to do with them. How can I have 5 girls? Who is going to carry my name? Who is going to do my name? He's going to have my name. Those kind of things, those typical African man thing. My name is going to go in vain. My name, man. Anyway, the lady said the mom wept that very night. In fact, the mom could not sleep. But she said, thank God that her grandmom was still alive then. Then her grandmom was still very much alive. The grandmom stepped in and took care of everything. Before you know it, that shock moment went by and life goes on. But the thing that their grandfather did, they quickly moved them out of that house because they were paying rent. Soon the rent was going to expire. She said just 2 months for the rent to expire. They quickly move out of the place and inform the landlord and move out of the place. They now move into her own grandfather's house. They move into there. They were going to school from there. The man said there was no way, there was no time on earth that their father came to give them money for food, money to buy clothes, money to transport to school, money for school fees, money to do anything that has to do with, human being. No, the dad truly left them, and what he was doing with his life, nobody cares. Nobody cares to know. So, long story short, fast forward to the day she got married. She said when she was dating this guy, she said the guy is well to do. She said, my sister, if you see my husband, she said, one thing I really, really, really appreciate God for is that the 5 of us got married to a rich guy. All of my brothers-in-law, they are all, in fact, he said, we all got married into a rich home. You see what God can do? You see, for the fact that there are 5 girls, you see another area that God compensated all of them. So we all got married to rich guys. We got married into a rich family. Said, even as I'm telling you this story, this is what she told me. She said, my sister, as I'm telling you this story, I'm still in shock for what God did in the life of I and my sisters. She said, 3 of my sisters, they are abroad. I am the only one in Nigeria. The other one is in, he said the other one is in Ghana with her husband. He said, I am the only one in Nigeria, myself and my mom. Said how we went to school, university, secondary school, life, everything was on my grandfather, my mother, and my grandmother. My father said my father did not care. And fast forward to when I was getting married, this man came out. She is my daughter. She is my daughter. How can you give out my daughter? It's an abomination for you to give out my daughter out in marriage. I am still her father. I am still alive. Things like that. The girl said, yes, you are my father. The one you rejected many years ago. The one you rejected many years ago. Sorry, I am not your daughter. It will be good you disown me. I don't know why you have not done that. Because it's been a long time that I disowned you in my heart. Said, that is what your mom said. No, father, I was a big girl when you did everything. You remember the day you were shouting? That is why I said, be very careful what you say when you are angry, especially in front of your little children. Do not think that they are so young they cannot understand or they will not understand. You are deceiving yourself. Because when that time comes, they will come and play it in your face like a sweet song, a sweet record. She said, you can't believe that my father was still alive. Every one of us got married. 5 of us got married. My father did not attend any of our marriage because we will not allow him. You will not come and enjoy. You will not come and reap what you did not labor for. Which is true. So what am I trying to say? For fathers, you that is always picky. I want a boy child. If I don't do this, I know how many. There is one man that I know, that will be a story for another day. The same thing, he was rejecting his children. But today, the girls are doing extremely well. So please, if you are a man out there, you are treating your children anyhow because they are all girls, I will say stop. Because tomorrow is pregnant. You don't know what it will give birth to. I'm telling you, you don't know what it will give birth to. Sometimes having sons is good. Having daughters is good. But let me tell you, there are some sons At the end of the day, the one that you are looking for, they will be the one to carry your name to the next generation, another generation, another. Sometimes there are some men, not all of them, that you will have boys that will be giving you problem. Or some of them will turn what the Igbos call efulefu. Useless. Problem in the family. Always giving all sorts of headache. Creating different kinds of problem. Police case, court, different things. Mention it. But before God blesses you with all daughters, oh, our God is wiser than we human beings. That was why I said earlier that there is no way God can act like us. So what am I trying to say? Please, men, if you are into this kind of behavior, please stop it. Because you will not see it as anything now. For your case not to be like this lady's own, it will not be a thing of a stone that once the builder rejected is now the chief cornerstone. The children are doing extremely well. She said she's the only one in Nigeria. Her three sisters, one is in Canada, one is here in the UK, and the other one is in America. Then she is in Nigeria. The other sister is also in Ghana. So, you see, please, mind what you say or do to your children. Don't look the fact that they are still young. You will be acting silly. Because a time will come, they will say to you, this is what you did, this is what you did. Don't let your case be like this. Well, I pray that Almighty God will bless us and bless us with all our heart desires. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe and support your sister. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.